wonder why I got this spoon in my hand, and yes, it's because we got this beautiful ice cream collection here. We're in the northwest side of Oklahoma City at Freezing Cow. Now, we had some conversations before we got started, completely blown away about what you're gonna experience here at Freezing Cow. So I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves, and we're gonna talk about ice cream and good treats.
Okay, I'm Sean McCoy, the owner of Freezing Cow. This is Jordan, my beautiful fiance. She's the top chef cook, the manager who basically runs the place.
You already said it.
She's bashful, she doesn't want to talk, but that's okay. We're gonna get it out of her because she's the one that rolled and created this delicious treat here. So tell us about why Freezing Cow? Like, what was the inspiration about coming to, you wanted to open up a ice creamery?
Well, before we thought about Freezing Cow, I'm gonna give you in a little secret. The Baskin Robbins on May.
Okay.
I was looking at that first.
Okay.
I was gonna invest in that. Nobody really put any trust or even believed that, ice cream would work.
Right.
So we were surfing online one day and she found the place. And she said, you know what, we should probably go up there and try this place out. And if you wanna do ice cream, let's do this. As a cool concept, it's something that we can both do together, and let's try it. And ever since we came here, history was made afterwards.
What would you say makes your ice cream, what you offer, different from those staples here in Oklahoma that Oklahomans love?
Well, first of all, it's all homemade from scratch. Okay. We know every ingredient that goes into it. It's 100% lactose free. We have.
Wait, so if I am, not milk friendly, I can enjoy ice cream here at Freezing Cow.
Everything.
Like the whole cup.
The whole cup, yes.
Not wake up with a headache.
Nope.
Or complications, nothing like that.
And that's for all our flavors. Every single ice cream that we roll here is 100% lactose free. We have a 100% non-dairy option that's only in vanilla as of now. Okay. And then we have the unicorn ice cream, which is our keto ice cream, which is 100% sugar-free, non-dairy, and it's a keto-friendly diet ice cream. Wow. So that's something, if you want to go over the, over the top, that our competitors are not even close to doing, is what we're offering here today.
So what would you say is the most interesting, the most surprising response that a first-time customer has when they come to Freezing Cow?
When they see her rolling the ice cream, the first thing that they say is, what the heck are y'all doing? Where's the ice cream? That's the first question we normally get is, where's the ice cream? And we show them and we say, hey, this is where your ice cream is going to be flattened out and rolled, and we do it right here. Everything is hand rolled, freshly made. Nothing where you can get a scoop and just put it in a bowl. No. Okay. It's love put into every roll, every cup, and it's specialized to your specialty.
Okay. And so I started thinking, I was like, this will be a great day for a family fun day, right? Whether it's after school or after church or after athletic event. Great end to a date night. A start to a date. But what I'm about to do right now is I'm gonna take some of this ice cream. It's been sitting here for a long time. So I need y'all to come out and support Freezing Cow. So this is, what was this, vanilla? What was
Banana
this?
pudding.
Oh. Banana pudding with strawberries on top.
Yes. And chocolate syrup.
And chocolate syrup. Yeah. So I'm gonna get into this this banana pudding goodness, and then hopefully we'll see you all around here at Freezing Cow in the northwest side of Oklahoma City.
Yes, sir.
That's good for real. Let's go. Go ahead and introduce the man of the hour. This is Big O. So go ahead and tell us who you are and what's the inspiration behind Big O's and the barbecue.
Well, I'm Owen Wilson, better known as Big O. Big O's Pork and Dreams. Hey, my grandfather started this a long time ago, man. He was a pit master at Tom's Barbecue off of I-35. And growing up as a little young boy, everybody got a bicycle at 10 years old. I got a smoker. So that was the inspiration to make me go ahead and go to this level from the food truck to the restaurant.
So how long have you had the food truck? I mean, I see that big red truck going around Oklahoma City. You were all over the place, right? So what was the inspiration behind, like, you deciding this is what I'm going to put on my food truck and in here in the restaurant?
Well, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know the real story. I started going around Oklahoma City going to car lots, beauty salons, and barbershops on Saturdays. I would sell turkey legs and hot links. And I would just go around with a truck with a smoke on the back. And before you know it, everybody's like, man, oh, you pretty good. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and invest and get me a food truck. And that's what I ended up doing. Yep.
So now I gotta ask, why they call you Big O?
Well, I'm a big guy, so and my name is Owen, so they just say Big O, and it stuck with me. Yep.
Now, I'm here in this restaurant, I'm smelling all these aromas. So tell us, what makes your barbecue style different from other barbecue in Oklahoma?
Well, I'm not just a traditional barbecue, just brisket, pulled pork, ribs. We got a little twist of things. We do the loaded smoked potato, we do the loaded steak fry, we do the loaded nacho. So it's kind of twist where everybody can enjoy barbecue instead of just traditional brisket, pulled pork, ribs.
What is something that you want to be known for? I know you being an entrepreneur, you have a food truck and a restaurant, it's a family-owned business. When people leave Big O's, how do you want them to feel? What do you want them to take away from when they're in this restaurant?
Well, one thing I like when people leave here, they always say, man, I got my money's worth. Being a food truck guy, that was one of my main concerns. Is like growing up as a kid, going out to eat was a privilege. Mom and pops cooked all the time. So when we went out to eat, that was a privilege. So I always told myself, if I ever get the opportunity to do a restaurant or do this food truck, I want everybody to make sure that they got full and got their money's worth. Yep.
So, hey, we're gonna get our money's worth today, because I can't stand here any longer with all these smells all over me. We're gonna try some good food. So we're gonna let you get back to it, and then we're gonna taste some food, and then we're gonna keep bragging about how much that you need to come and visit Big O's Barbecue up in Edmond, Northwest Oklahoma City. Come check them out. This is gonna be a good time right now. I'm excited about this place because when I want to find some authentic, amazing Caribbean, Jamaican food, it's at Carican Flavors. Now, this is probably a hidden secret. They have the best jerk wings in town. I promise you, jerk wings, and they serve salmon. One thing that you didn't know is that they also serve vegetarian foods and they make fresh juices here at Carican's. So come on inside as we talk to Miss Sharon, see her beautiful family, and let's eat more food.
This is my secret sauce for the salmon. I already that's my secret sauce for the salmon, and I already have some onions that I already sauteed. And I have somebody waiting for it, and then I take some of this goodness and put on the fish so that they get a good bit of the flavor in the meat, in the fish. All right. I need like 1 minute. And then I can show you what I'm cooking. I'm cooking some curry chicken.
It's a big pot.
So you can take a look and see. Curry chicken with potatoes. And we do use fresh herbs. We don't use like salt and pepper shakers, and we use fresh herbs in our meats. How I got started? We moved here like 19 years ago from New York. I had a cousin who was stationed out at Tinker for more than 30 years. And we would come and visit. Then we got ready to move, so my parents and my husband and I and the kids, we moved from New York. And when I started, we had regular jobs. I was a finance manager at Mary Mahoney Health Center, and my husband worked at OSU OKC. And we used to go to New York. 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 And we us as a project coordinator, and we wanted to do something different. So we decided we would cook. I'm not a trained chef, but I've been trained from my mom. So we decided we're gonna cook like we cook at home. So I don't do canned food. I don't add pork grease to my food. So I serve a lot of vegetarians, a lot of folks who have special dietary needs. Everything we make from scratch. Our seasonings, everything we make from scratch. I don't have cans of stuff that I open and just put out there. I have to peel it, chop it, clean it, cook it, you know, just the way I do at home. The only thing different I do here is I have a greater quantity.
How do you decide I'm gonna make that recipe?
Well, the truth of these recipes is one of my friends, I was living in California, close to all the trees and the farms and stuff, and they used to juice all the time. So we would juice at home, and so then when they came back, they were saying, well, what do you want us to help you to do? And I said, my biggest problem is having enough hands to juice. You know, so then they pretty much came up with it. I won't lie. I mean, we went through the whole thing as far as the value of the cucumber, the celery, so you know the value. Anybody could Google it. You know. So then when someone says, you know, my blood pressure is high, or I have the cold, you know, and I need something, I know that garlic is a natural antibiotic. I know you need high quantities of vitamin C, so I'm using the apples, the orange, pineapple, and adding garlic to that. And some folks swear by it.
Okay, so y'all heard all those amazing stories from Ms. Sharon here at Carican Flavors. I'm not gonna talk long. I'm just gonna start eating. So I just want you to make sure that you support Carican Flavors off 27th and MLK in Northeast Oklahoma City. Hey, it's time for me to eat. I'm starving. All right, we're in the beautiful Classen Curve area in Oklahoma City. We're to visit another amazing restaurant called Clean Juice. Now, we've heard a lot of buzz about this place. It's the only USDA certified juicing company in Oklahoma. They have salads and bowls and salads and juices and juices and juices and salads. But what I love about the area, and they're fortunate because there's a yoga studio, there's retail, there's even other restaurants. But what I suggest you do is stop here first. So we're gonna go inside, try some of the great products and juices and salads they have. Come on in. You're a former athlete.
Yes, I played soccer at Stephen F. Austin.
What's that? That Lumberjacks?
Yep, we're the Lumberjacks.
Okay.
Axum, we beat Duke this year in basketball, just in case you don't know who we are. And I injured my back there. 2 years without any issues. My back went out one morning and I couldn't walk for about a year.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, not a year. Sorry,
what?
For about a month. For about a month.
Like,
and
that's a story.
No. For about a month, my friends that I found in Chapel Hill had to come help me because I lived by myself. It's a nerve injury, so I couldn't stand up long enough without
We'll help you.
Yeah, I couldn't stand up long enough to cook myself dinner. And so I found a Clean Juice because it was right next to my chiropractor that I was going to 4 times a week. And going in there one morning when I really needed it, I saw on the bottle it says, "Dear friend, I hope you're as healthy in body as you are strong in spirit." And it just kind of checked me, and I realized I wasn't taking care of myself, and I wasn't happy essentially. I needed to be surrounded by a community and be able to pour into that community. And I saw a franchising sticker And in the middle of my master's, I'd been writing a couple business plans because I knew I didn't want to do geology anymore. So it just was like perfect that they franchised. So I reached out and everything went so fast and so smooth, like it was like literally just meant for me. And what it did for me in Chapel Hill, I just wanted to bring that opportunity here. And the days have been so hard and so long, but I get to see our prayer request jar fill up every day. And like,
Right, so you have a prayer request jar?
Yeah, we have a prayer request jar at the front.
Okay.
And just seeing people put that in there and like pouring their hearts out and just asking for help, essentially like exactly what I wanted. And I just have never felt more like this is like where I'm supposed to be kind of thing. For you personally, what did this clean juice do for you? You talked about you felt better, but do you feel that the benefits of having fresh juices that are organic, the impacts on mental clarity, gut health, like for you personally, what has that been like for you? So I'll tell you like kind of my experience with one of our cleanses is like a good way to tell you how it's affected me. So the first thing is that we're certified organic. And so if we're ever out of an organic product, we'll have it on our transparency board. And we'll never press anything that is non-organic. So essentially if you're pressing non-organic, it's just like straight chemicals, you know, so it defeats the whole purpose of your juicing. And the benefits for me personally, I started it because I have really bad fatigue that I struggle with, and during my cleanses, it was like my body got to take a rest from breaking down everything and use that energy somewhere else. So this is what are you jarring? What shot is this? So this is our elderberry shot. I've never had elderberry before. It's okay. You'll have to take one home when I finish. It's huge right now. Elderberry. It's helping you keep up your immune system. So with this weather and random 5 inches of snow in the middle of the week, it's just flying off our shelves, and I'm just happy like we can provide this. It's not that easy to find, and it's not that easy to make it taste great. But ours is actually really good. It's delicious. Yeah. So our elderberry shot has apple, ginger, lemon, and elderberry. So what's the why behind doing this? So I'm gonna say the biggest why that I have is gonna be the people, and yes, my customers like love them, love connecting with them, but I'm gonna say even more than that, it's gonna be my employees. So one thing I was most excited about was building a team. I've always been on a team, love team dynamic. I think it's super important for people to be able to work with anybody. I had my first juice experience last week. I didn't know what to expect and how it tasted. It tasted really, really good. And I think that was my first time having beet juice. Oh, okay. And it was my first time. And it was really good. It was good. So I was excited about that. But for everybody watching this, please come and support Jasmine over at Clean Juice in Class and Curve. You can come and have juices and salads and toast. Oh, you have avocado toast, right? Yeah, we have love avocado toast. And there are other businesses around the area. So everybody, come out and support a amazing business, a woman-owned business right here in Oklahoma City in Class and Curve. Thanks, guys.
Well, today we're gonna chop some peppers for our fajita chicken. It goes in our fajita chicken, which you can get both spicy and regular. I use yellow, green, and red peppers and an onion. The onion's in there already. We toss off the top. We got a bowl for our trash bowl. Put the top in. Take out that.
So I've seen people do this in like a couple different ways. So is that the easiest way for you is just cut the top off and then like this way, or I've seen the fancy way where they kind of wheel it with your knife?
Yeah, I mean you take a paring knife and you just cut out the top basically and pull that out. But that's more if you're worried about preserving like your seeds and all that. And I'm not worried about this little bit of waste right there. There's no wrong way. I always say there's no wrong way.
As long as it's diced and cut, that's all that matters, right?
As long as it's cut, that's all that matters.
So show me your knife skill. Like how do you get yours nice and pretty? Do you care about the size? Like the size has to be consistent? You just like
depending on what I'm using it for. Like if it's going in something that's more presentation friendly, then I'll worry about the size and making sure it's more accurate. But something like fajitas, as long as my strips are sort of accurate, hence I say sorta. But I'm very,
Okay.
I'm a stickler. If anybody knows me, they knows I'm very meticulous about things being a certain way.
Okay.
So you go one way, I always say you go a long way
Okay.
or a short way, rotate it, and then it makes it easy to just dice them up that way. You have more chances of having consistent dices when you do it that way.
Okay.
More
So,
consistency.
Let's talk about the restaurant. So what was, talk about your background. Like what's your inspiration for food and why did you choose this route in your culinary pathway?
God is funny that way.
Yeah, he is.
I was in the Navy for 7 years,
Okay.
and I was not a cook at all.
Okay.
I was a whole tech, so I did a lot of metal fabrication, a lot of plumbing. Basically anything that dealt with my hands,
Okay.
I did it. And when I got out, everybody said, you're a certified welder, why don't you just go work for a construction company, make $30 an hour and all this, and I just wanted to do something different. And I loved baking. And I was gonna...
Wait. So you mean tell me that
Yeah?
you were a certified welder
Still, 4955, certified welder.
and you went from doing that as a passion, so now you own a restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I told you he's funny that way.
Yeah.
He's funny that way. Cause I was gonna go to school just for baking, cause I love
Hold on,
baking.
you missed it. Look, you didn't see my blade action.
Oh, I missed it. I heard it. I heard it, but I missed it.
You didn't see my blade action. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, I actually know what I'm doing in the kitchen. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Duncan. A little country in me. A whole lot of country in me. I'm not trying to cut my finger open on camera, cause then.
I've done it. It ain't.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You're gonna cry.
And here we go. Ooh. This is the fajita chicken that we made over rice. This is a very soft, this is a wheat roll and some seasoned potatoes and there's sweet corn. So this is the fajita chicken. If y'all been following me for a while, you know I don't post things from places that I don't like. I love the food. I love the atmosphere. I love the why of chefs when you start talking about cooking with a son, because food is really about family. It's bigger than just eating together. It's about fellowshipping and bringing people together. I love the atmosphere. Come and support OklaSoul Cafe on the south side, just on the other side of the river. It's not that far. You can literally see downtown right outside the door. Support local business, and I'm gonna stop talking because Dennis is over there staring at me because he wants to eat. But guess what? Dennis gotta get his own plate. From the world famous George's Happy Hog Barbecue, Miss Deborah. And so we're here to talk about some really good barbecue. So if you could tell us, what would you say separates your barbecue restaurant from other barbecue restaurants in Oklahoma City?
My barbecue restaurant is like home, coming home for dinner, lunch. It's just like coming home.
So how did you really get into the barbecue business? I'm pretty sure it's family recipes passed on down and all that, but what inspired you all as a family to open up a restaurant?
Well, my family has always been, we done a lot of food, cooked a lot of food. My mom used to have everybody over for dinner, so I've always been around a lot of food and a lot of family. So, and God gave me a dream when I was young that I was gonna have a restaurant, and so I kind of had an idea that I would have a restaurant sometime, and I just so happened to fall into it. I came here one day with a friend that had that owned this restaurant, and my friend knew I loved to cook, and so she asked her friend how would I go about franchising a Happy Hog restaurant, and she said that I could buy it. And so that's kind of how I got started. I came by to talk to her about it, and she sold it to me, and I kind of walked right into the business. I was working at the School of Dentistry.
Really?
I did. I was a radiology tech, and so we taught students how to take X-rays, and I worked there for 14 years. And so it just, I just prayed about it and heard God say it was in my hands, and so I just stepped on out into it.
I love that. So tell me about the namesake. So tell me about the namesake behind George's Happy Hog Barbecue.
Now, Mr. George Thompson was the original owner of George's Happy Hog Barbecue, and I just kept it in the name because a lot of people knew it by George's Happy Hog, so I just kept the name. Yes.
All right, so she's made it her own. So now we have the pit master. Now you cannot have really good barbecue without having a really good pit master. But here's the cool thing about it is they're family. So I'm gonna let him come on and introduce himself as well. Come on, squeeze in here.
All right, how you doing?
So I'm pretty good. So you are one of the parts of this family-owned business, and you're the smell that we get all in the neighborhood comes from you, right? So you're the reason why it smells so good over. So tell us who you are and how did you start becoming a pit master? That's a hard job. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, I'm Steve. I'm her son, and my uncle taught me how to cue when I was young. Okay. So it just kind of all worked out, you know. So she got blessed into the business, and I was able to be blessed to be right there with her and, you know, help out. Because I taught young at a young age.
So what do you like about being a pit master?
Making sure it's all done right. And getting George's way, putting on it every day.
So does mom put a little pressure on you to be back there?
Sometimes, yep.
Okay. So Mom, tell us about how is it working with your son in a family-owned business? Is that something that you envisioned, or is it just kind of happened to be that way?
It's something I envisioned, always to have a family something, because my family always we love being together. And so it's just a way to stay together. And we work good together.
I love that. And one thing that I noticed since being here is that more than just that they know people by the names, that I noticed that there's a lot of hugs from customers. You have customers that have been sitting there. When we first got here, there was a table that's probably been here the entire time. They probably been here about an hour and a half. And so what I love to see is that energy and vibe that you all as a family have, how it flows over into the business. So I love it.